Welcome to Ask the Tech Coach, brought to you by the TeacherCast Educational Network. If you are in charge of professional development and looking to build an innovative digital learning experience, this is the podcast for you. Join us each week as we uncover strategies that tech coaches are using to drive their digital transformations one classroom at a time. And now for your host, with over 2 decades of experience working with tech coaches and ed tech companies from all around the world, Jeff Bradbury.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TeacherCast Educational Network. My name is Jeff Bradbury. Thank you so much for joining us today and making TeacherCast your home for professional development. This is Ask the Tech Coach podcast, episode number 118. Today, we're going to talk all about tech coaching while you are on quarantine. Yep, that's right. Both Sue and I have been home for the last couple of days. We're going to be home for the next couple of days as we head into the Thanksgiving break. So we're here to say, number one, thank you guys for listening and again, making this show part of your professional development. And we're just going to riff a little bit today on some of the things that we've been working on while we're home, some personal projects. And I want to introduce our co-host today, Miss Sue Vincent. Sue, how are you today? Welcome to the show.
I am great. Great to be back. I missed all of you out there listening last week. I've been covered up. Our governor here in Kentucky just shut us down again for about 3 weeks. So our school has started remote learning again as of today. We've been face-to-face since August. So I've been covered up checking out Chromebooks to families and making sure they're all set up good to go. So that's where I've been lately.
You know, I've been on both sides of this fence in my school district. We have really made that hard decision of we are not closing. A building might go down, a department might go down, a wing might go down, but we're big enough to say we're not closing down for good. But on the other hand, last week we got a call on Tuesday as I was picking up the kids, and the director of the establishment where we take them for after school care basically said, you can't come back for 2 weeks. Somebody tested positive in the first grade and your kids were exposed. And long story short, I've been on COVID days. I've been working from home, getting things done, trying to help out as many teachers and administrators as possible, all while doing remote learning times 3. It's like having 4 full-time jobs here, Sue. It's been an amazing ordeal. Some days I think I win. Some days I think I lose. I will tell you, as we're recording this on Monday, today was not a winning day. It's been busy, but you know, I am not alone. You, Sue, are certainly not alone. Many of you guys out there are in that position going, what do I do? What do I do with my kids? I know we are given, I think this might be the national rule. We're given like so many hours of COVID days, which means you get paid full time, but mine are running out. And we were just told tonight that we can't take the kids back for another couple days. And I'm sitting here going, I can't. Like, how do you do this, Sue? So today we're going to talk all about how do we do this as coaches? How do we be effective? And what does that look like? So, Sue, let me ask you, what does it look like? You are at home working, or you're at school working with kids at home, or what does your current situation look like?
I'm at school working, so we just started remote again as of today. So it's only a 2-day week, with this recording week being Thanksgiving week. So my 2 kids that are here at my house, they are teenagers, so they can fend for themselves, thankfully. So yes, I'm working at school, and with this this latest run of remote learning, our teachers are actually required to come in and work from their classroom and teach, whether they're teaching synchronously on Zoom or just posting, making videos and such. So we're all teaching and working from the school with our students at home.
And how is that going? Is that easy? Is that not easy? Again, you know, I don't want to see my kids grow up, but you know, at least your kids don't have to see you every day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. It's been definitely a roller coaster, and you know, they're ready to be in school. My own kids are ready to be back face to face. They went back face to face for, I don't know, one of them was there for probably 3 weeks, and as they phased the grade levels in, the other one was there for barely a week. And then with my own school that I work at, we've been face-to-face since August. So it's just been difficult leaving those students. And but I feel like the teachers are so much better prepared this time. Of course, this is our first bout with actual remote learning since the spring. And I mean, we've had students at home and they've been doing some hybrid stuff with them, but now all the students are at home. So in one way, our high school and middle school teachers are getting a little bit of reprieve because they won't have live students in the classroom and live students on the computer at the same time. But still, they're going to miss the students. But everybody is so well prepared. I'm so proud of my staff and my close-knit team that I work with. We've been checking out Chromebooks to families. We've given over 500 plus Chromebooks to families over 4 campuses the past few days. So it's been definitely a whirlwind and a roller coaster.
Well, good for you on that. Now, you obviously you mentioned that teachers are in their classrooms alone. How is that helping, hurting? How has that changed your relationships with them? Is it easier? Do you find time to do coaching? Let's talk a little bit about what the actual day looks like.
Yeah, so as far as coaching, whereas back in the spring, we all had to be at our home and remote locations. So, we had to Zoom in. At least now with them being in the buildings, I can still walk down to their classroom. They can walk up to the media center and find me if they need me, if they have a planning time or a gap. And we can still sit down and social distance to talk face to face if we have to. So, and I can go in and point out things and just have a quick mini training with them if I need to, or lunch and learns or whatever. We can still do that kind of thing, which is nice.
Last Wednesday, we had one of our weekly Tech Coach Roundtable meetings, Sue.
Yes.
And one of the topics that came up with this whole quarantine and how does it work is the concept of administrator-teacher relationships, and especially when it comes to items like observations and popping into classrooms and seeing things. Everybody seems to have their own way of doing it. We, in my district, are trying to come up with a concept for what this could look like, how this works. I've heard many different ways that teachers are doing in other school districts, but before we talk a little bit about these experiences, talk to us about your own here. Have you guys settled on what does it look like for an observation if you're remote? What happens if a principal wants to get into the classroom? How does that work? Do the teachers email joining codes or Zoom links, or how does all that work in your school?
Well, in our school, for elementary, let's kind of start with them because they're on Google Classroom. Mm-hmm. So for the most part, the administrators are part of those Google Classrooms, but they have the notifications turned off. So if for some reason they do want to do a walkthrough or pop-in observation, they have that Google Classroom. I want to observe Mrs. Smith today. I'm going to look on her Google Classroom and see what the daily schedule is and pop into her Zoom meeting if need be. And the teachers are aware of that and they're okay with it because they're trained to expect walk-ins by the principals at various times throughout the terms and semesters as they fill out their walkthrough forms. Middle and high school are a little different because obviously all of the administrators cannot be on every Canvas course and following that in a day. We have so many. So that's a little bit more prearranged and pre-scheduled, and lots of grace given in those and trust given. Thankfully, we have, a great understanding there.
And now, what happens if your teachers need to change their codes? I guess then it doesn't really matter because the principals are already in all the Google. I mean, so does that mean like a principal could be in 110 Google Classrooms?
Yeah, but we're a smaller school, so it works for us.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, at the elementary level, there's only, our largest elementary campus has maybe 30 classrooms. So, and again, we just have them keep their notifications off. But yes, in those, the teacher just posts their link each day. We're going to have this Zoom meeting scheduled. They post it on the Google Classroom for students to access. So, and then at the middle school and high school level, they use the personal meeting room. There's a virtual classroom add-on to Canvas that we use with them, and that's how we manage that.
Nice. I've been thinking about you all week because I've been getting my fill. My kids are in a Zoom EDU school. So I've been trying to figure out how to do all those links, and it took me a while to realize you have to go to the waffle and open the Zoom and then go to the Zoom meeting. And it took me, it was a lot.
Yes, you have to hold your mouth right and log in the right order to get there.
Yeah, and it's always fun when one triplet gets in, no problem, and the other triplet doesn't. And that was when the tears started on the first day. I think it was pretty much there. And yeah, I was going to call you, Sue.
You should have,
Don't tease me.
Visit my YouTube channel. We have the Susan Zoom series ready and waiting.
We'll have to borrow that and put that onto the TeacherCast channel and make sure everybody has all that stuff. Guys, as we go through here, this is a family. This is that time of year where we get together to say thanks. And Sue and I did just want to come in today and do a quick little hi, how you doing? Give you an update on some of the background things of where we are in our careers and our lives. We want to share that with you guys. Of course, the best way that we can be a part of each other's PLN is through our TeacherCast Tech Coaches Network. It is a free service that we offer to you guys. We have a couple hundred tech coaches in there right now, and we've got some big plans for some of the things that we're going to be doing in the next year. We're going to be kind of digging our heels in for the next couple of weeks. And as 2021 comes up, we're going to be launching some pretty cool things. We've got some online courses. We've got some partnerships coming up. We do have a free meeting that we do every single Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern. It is available for anybody to show up. And we've had a great group of people doing this since, March or so. Every single Wednesday at 8:30. We would love to have you guys join us. You can head on over to askthetechcoach.net. And what you do is you fill out our little form, and in a couple hours or so, whenever we get a chance to sit down and do all this stuff, we're going to let you guys in. And again, it is a free offer. It is a free service to you guys. Our opportunity to say thank you to you. We are not the type of show that does Patreon. We don't ask for money. We don't ask for any of that stuff. All we ask is for you guys to come together,